アジア紛争地域。内戦の早期決着を目指した大国の介入は失敗。戦争は泥沼化し、状況は悪化の一途をたどっていた。だが大国はあくまでもその威信に固執。その執念は明らかに常軌を逸するものだった。
The intelligence we get out here is such a worthless joke. We've been chasing him for a week and found nothing but dust.
General, if I may speak freely.
You may not. You're gonna stand there and tell me that this one guy took out your entire regiment? This one guy they call a walking nuke? What kind of a name is that? It means nothing. He's nothing. He's not there. What we got here is a fairy tale. A phantom, a legend that's just a story for the kids at bedtime. You can speak freely now, Stridham. What's eating you?
I'm sorry to add to your problems, sir, but I can't urge you enough to take what I say very seriously. Our final victory depends on this, as do the valuable lives of many of our men.
Yeah? Sounds a little dramatic to me.
When you called him a phantom, you were right. That is exactly how he moves. This man wiped out several units in the same day, all of them miles away from each other. Also, since he's not one of the enemy, we can't get any information from the men we have as prisoners of war. The one thing we do know about this man is that even without the use of any weapons, he's causing numerous casualties and destroying many of the units we have in place.
You're boring me. Now please tell me that at some point this story is going to get interesting.
Sir, I am deadly serious about this. He's an ambusher. He will wait as long as he needs so he can attack the unit and take it out. He prepares for his strike in many different ways, preferring to bury himself or to submerge underwater. And remarkably, he can do it for up to a month, holding his breath, just waiting for the right moment to appear. His brain is wired like a wild animal waiting for its prey. He also has the physical strength of a dozen of our soldiers. This, combined with his state of mind, is a lethal combination. He knows destruction and maximum casualties. This motivation of his to destroy, it isn't just limited to these remote units currently on patrol. If he made it to our base, he could devastate our entire operation.
I think I've heard enough. A lone man using nothing but his own two hands defeats an entire unit of soldiers from the best army in the industrialized world. It sounds like some of the crazy stories I hear from the POWs we keep here. And come on, if he does exist, why come after our men? We're not this guy's enemy. We don't even have a clue as to who this guy is. Personally, I still think he's nothing but a ghost story.
I assure you that isn't the case here.
You don't know. You don't know anything about this man, or even if he is a man. You bring me something so unsubstantiated a 7-year-old child could find the holes in it.
If you'll forgive me, sir, Yujiro Hanma is most certainly a man, one who enjoys nothing more than combat. It's his very nature. Unfortunately, his life's only desire is for bloodshed.
Do you know how absurd that sounds?
Sir, in regard to the plan currently underway to advance on and capture Hill 027, if you are going to move your men into that region, it would be wise to provide plenty of reserves.
奴があそこに入ったという情報があります。
言われずともあそこは事前に焼き払う。 あそこの現地軍には散々煮え湯を飲まされてきた。
ですが生半可な爆撃などでは。
生半可などではない。すでに念入りな爆撃作戦が上層部に承認されている。いいか聞け。ナパームの投下間隔10センチ以下、これまでにない徹底的な爆撃だ。生きて動くものが完全に燃え尽きるまでこれを7日にわたって繰り返す。虫一匹生存は許さん。まさに黙示録の7日間だよ。たとえ地下に潜もうと酸素は燃え尽きる。小賢しい現地兵といえど万に一つも生存は。
I have it on good authority that he might be waiting in that area.
Thank you, Stridham, but don't concern yourself with that.
Sir?
That has already been arranged. You can never be too careful.
「爆撃が終わっちまえばさあピクニックだ。
あら、ブラッディ・メアリーってか。
ケチャップを浴びたおかか。よく言え。
This is it. This is where they've been firebombing, sir.
よく言うよ。
Watch your step, man. There might still be some napalm around here. Now keep an eye out.
You throw a pretty decent punch there, kid. Those moves might work in a ring, but they can't hold up to a gun.
The locals around here have been turned into hamburger, but I guess the imperial pigs still get to wear their robes. Look sharp, don't they? A major superpower in a war like this. They don't belong out here. This isn't their war to win. They should mind their own business.
いじめさん。
Your skills at martial arts are pretty impressive. I've heard rumors about you, you know. You don't use any weapons and you're part of the Asian bare-knuckle army. Yujiro Hanma, 16 years old. I never believed what I heard, but now that I see you up close and personal, you really are just a young kid.
殺しの後はリラックス。ここで一発やっちゃおうか。
Sorry about that. I wasn't trying to embarrass you, Mr. Hanma. Or is there more? You're not used to being this close to a woman. Huh. Looks like I really hit the nail on the head, right, kid? You should grow up and learn to take a joke. That big bad world out there isn't gonna be any nicer than me.
I could peel your skull like an orange right now if I wanted to. And there's nothing you could do about it. Got that? Do you understand? You've got some moves too. Give yourself a pat on the back. Listen, you should stick with me for a while. I might have some use for you after all. One thing, all right? We each look after our own skins. That's how we do things out here.
ブラッディ・メアリー作戦をもしのぐ最強最後の空爆。爆撃総トン数2万トン、10日間にわたる攻撃は地上を死の世界に塗り替えた。だがそれは歴史に記されぬ大国の地上、歴史に記されぬ幻の制圧。そこに一人の男の存在があったことを語る者は誰もいない。
General's traditional victory walk across the battlefield. What a joke. Not like he did any of the fighting.
He hears you on his latrine duty for a month. What a beautiful sight. Smells like freedom. Well, you seem to be in a good mood, General. So there you are. I smell something other than freedom.
The General!
Is he dead?
We gotta get him to headquarters! Come on!
What do you mean the General was alone? Are you telling me there were no witnesses? Why isn't the medic in here? Someone go get him. He's conscious. You fools.
I've been waiting a long time for this, Mr. Hanma. Don't get any closer, men. Try not to think of him as a human being. This boy is faster than a cheetah, stronger than a lion, and more sly than any fox. He's been given the name the Walking Nuke. known for fighting like a bare-knuckled army. He also happens to be the champion in the open-weight division in grappling. And to think he's just 16 years old. It would be an honor to shake your hand, Hanma. Instead of instilling in them a sense of fear, I've taught my soldiers to respect and admire you, and they do. I know my enemy, so understand that before asking to shake your hand, I gave my men orders to shoot right through me if you take advantage of my goodwill. It truly is an honor to meet you.
I'm sorry about this, Captain.
I'm still wearing my bulletproof vest. Good thing none of those bullets hit my arms. I could have really been hurt. Guess I'm just blood.
He busted a hole in the wall and took off.
Stop! Freeze!
No way.
一人でここを全滅させる気か。
I admit we made mistakes. We underestimated the enemy, and that will not happen again. Bring it down, men! I want the entire place destroyed!
Yes, sir!
So we meet again, Mr. Hanma. I brought a little present for our friends.
60 seconds until attack!
We should have done this from the very beginning.
They'll never see it coming. Inside this thing is 120 kilos of TNT, 80 kilos of ball bearings, and in the center is 300 grams of tetrol, the newest and baddest explosive developed by Russian scientists. A shot glass of what's inside this thing has the power to destroy an entire stadium. So let's blow this joint. All rich fat cats have secret passageways in their homes. Come on, we don't have much time before they attack.
15 seconds! 10 seconds! 9, 8.
What are you doing?
7,
You'll get killed if you
6,
stay here.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Now let's go.
1, and fire! Listen to yourself. You scream like any woman who has reached the limit of her power. You have courage in trying to act like a soldier, but you are still only a woman.
Why? Why did you hit me?
Jane, or should I call you Diane Neal?
They're coming.
I've known for a long time that the United Nations has great fears about my combat strength, because my powers will soon equal that of a nation's army. This tunnel was built in secret many years ago by the United Nations. How did you come to know about it? Being a UN worker was too much for you. I told you. I will protect myself no matter what the cost.
Of an entire army in 10 short years' time. He seeks total demilitarization, and even when facing extreme odds, he stays true to his convictions. I respect your strength, however, I have no choice but to use weapons.
Yujiro! Tell me, what is it you want from all this death? What is it?
Life can be cruel, son. As I'm sure all of you are aware, our nation's withdrawal from Indochina was facilitated by a single young man. This is a very serious situation for our country, and I'd like to know what we're going to do about it.
I'm not sure, sir. We have the strongest military in the entire world. And look at what he's forced us into.
We must start with finding this kid. What's he doing in South America?
Our intelligence tells us he's fighting guerrillas in the drug region down there. We don't have much more than that.
If we let this kid continue down the path he's on, it will just be a matter of time before he's a direct threat to our country's safety. I don't care if he's a kid. I say if he's old enough to be in the military, then he's old enough for us to kill.
Kill is such a harsh word to use. I prefer to think of it as preserving our way of life. The better word here is eradication.
And so the plan to assassinate Yujiro Hanma was put into play. Officially, we were in South America to destroy the drug cartels, but every man knew there was a bigger fish to fry. First things first, Hanma's a man, not a kid, and none of our conventional weapons will work on him. No missiles, bullets, or explosives. But he can be defeated. Engaging him in hand-to-hand combat is the only way, and we'll have to confirm the kill.
If you really believe that, then why did you send in every special forces unit we've got? Where's the hand-to-hand unit?
I just wanted to make sure we were covered so what happened to me last time doesn't repeat itself. It would be an honor to shake your hand, Hanma. Instead of instilling in them a sense of fear, I've taught my soldiers to respect and admire you, and they do.
sorry about this, Captain.
I'm still wearing my bulletproof vest. Good thing none of those bullets hit my arms. I could have really been hurt. Guess I'm just blood. There's no such thing as too careful when it comes to him. This time he's got no way out.
This is Green Eagle. We've reached Site 107. We're moving the operation into position as ordered, sir. Why are you firing?
Out there. It's past the tree line.
With the operation. The target's in sight.
Move to Site C, man!
Yes, sir.
You played that very well. But I'll bet you had no idea that every move we made was calculated, leading you right into this little trap of ours. Those grenades are rigged specially to detonate upon pin removal. So I wouldn't try setting my foot on the ground if I were you. Personally, I'd rather take a hit from one of these M16s than one of those grenades. Which is exactly what I had in mind for you. No! Cease fire, man! Immediately! That's an order! How did this happen?
Sir, I'm reporting that the campaign has failed and the Green Beret unit has been defeated.
What are you saying? That's impossible. What about your other precious tactical unit, Stridham?
We've lost contact with the SEALs unit, but it's unconfirmed as to why. Could be radio interference.
The Green Berets, the SEALs, both of them wiped out. We have a situation on our hands, gentlemen.
If I may, I believe we should retreat, sir. We've lost enough good men for one day. I don't believe his objective is to fight us, sir. I think he just sees us as getting in his way. It's not too late to accomplish our goal.
Are you really that blind? There's been a contingency plan in place since day one. American troops didn't do this. This is something much different. I'm sure both of you are familiar with the phrase, fight fire with fire. Our contingency plan is actually a man, and you know his identity.
You don't mean?
He's already there.
He's never been moved overseas before. As you know, this is at the request of the military, and all manners of this are to be considered top secret.
Yes, of course. You have our complete cooperation. Our lips are sealed.
It's right this way. Hope you like the artwork.
They've even got air conditioning in here. I can't believe this is a wing of a penitentiary.
Come in.
How does he always know when I'm here? A visitor for you.
It's a pleasure to have your company today. I'm Oliver.
The muscles on this man are incredible. I've never seen anything like it.
Are you all right? I thought you came here today to meet with me about something.
Based in South America, this man is in charge of the world's largest drug cartel. The U.S. has declared him an enemy of the state, and they would like him eliminated.
I understand.
There's one problem. In the jungles, there seems to be an issue concerning a certain individual.
You're talking about Hanma.
You know him?
I can't think of any other reason the U.S. Department of Defense would come to a guy like me for help.
But, Oliver!
A South American vacation would be nice. I'll take the job, but there's one condition. Just one.
Which is?
Since you and I know there's no one else for you to turn to, I want to do this my way.
You allowed a convict to go free from prison to work for the military? Yes. Those were more than just rumors, Govek. He's unchained. At least that's what I hear they're calling this guy these days.
So, unchained.
That was the Vietnam Whip. A move developed by the Green Berets while fighting in the Viet Cong tunnels. First, you dislocate the enemy's shoulder. Then the ribs beneath that shoulder are shattered, rendering the enemy helpless. Now, I've been trained in many fighting styles. But your timing, the speed at which you attack your enemy is something I've never encountered before. Not so fast. I recognize your mastery of the arts, which is precisely why I brought this little guy along. You move fast for a dead man!
fighter, but I've got the gun. Yes, you do.
The path he's cut leads us to believe that he is headed toward the cartel's headquarters.
You think he plans to defeat the entire drug cartel with his bare hands?
Everything at this point is speculation.
That sounds typical. Maybe we should wait and see. Unchained might take apart the cartel so we won't have to. This is getting annoying. Stridham, you faced him before. Help me get inside the man's head.
Yes, sir.
What beef does he have with us that he'd want to keep on fighting?
I couldn't say, sir. But I do not, however, think it was his desire to engage us initially. I believe he was going after the guerrillas when he came across us.
Okay. Why was he after them?
Well, my personal feeling is that he relishes fighting, and they were the perfect group with which to practice.
Why can't this guy get enough?
Sir, I couldn't say. But it seems to satisfy a desire in him. The reaction, in my opinion, is much the way a large meal can satisfy incredible hunger.
I thank you for your insight. You may now return to your duties.
Sir. Like a gourmet chef who perfected the perfect meal, and he gets all 4 courses to himself. I wonder what made him that way.
States government sent me over here to get rid of. There you are. It took you so long to get here, I got bored and had to find something to keep myself busy. I hate to break it to you, but there's no way you can ever cut through my muscles with that butter knife. Oh, yeah. And one other thing. It's rude to interrupt people when they're having a conversation. See ya. How can I talk manners when I didn't introduce myself? It's nice to meet you, Mr. Hanma. You may address me as Oliver. I'm unchained. Oh, how intimidating. I've always enjoyed names like that. In this life, you never want to link the name to the person. It's too dangerous. That's how I got my name. Of course. Not yet. What? I'm not ready to kill you yet. I want to save you for later when I can enjoy it. Come on, I came all this way. You know you can't just send me home without a fight. Huh? This is the kind of challenge I can really sink my teeth into. I get it now. He's gonna get a lot stronger. We live to fight another day. I'm really starting to enjoy this. Do you mean completely devastated? That's impossible. And you expect me to believe that one man did all of this?
Yes, sir.
And where is this one man right now?
Well, sir.
He's coming here? I want all of our troops on the lawn immediately. And I want them to take him out the second they see him step off that chopper. Do you understand?
Mr. President, regarding that, the CIA has a plan in place. They've already worked out all of the details for you.
What?
I know it from the beginning. That man Yujiro will do nothing to you if you do not resist him. In the end, the path that we chose to take was one to walk with him, not fight him. We chose to forge a cordial and meaningful relationship, something that would bridge the ties through violence, thousands of miles of separation, and deep cultural differences.
It's my pleasure to welcome you. I'm the President of the United States. Your apology is accepted, old man. Wait, Mr. Hanma, where are you going? Mr. Hanma!
On this day in history, the United States was brought to its knees and nearly defeated by a single man. This fact will never see print in any book or file. Only we who live this hell know the story, and our voices will forever fall upon deaf ears.